Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video of the new X-Wing Wave 10 expansion, the Upsilon-class Shuttle. My name is Simon and I'll be doing the unboxing today. So as you might recognise, this is the big shuttle that Kylo Ren uses in Force Awakens. It's really cool that it's made its way into the X-Wing game. Very, very excited about this, just because it's such a unique and cool looking shuttle. I mean, it feels more like some kind of a cool attack craft to me, but yeah, no, shuttle it is. So what I'm going to do is open this up and show you what you get inside. This isn't a in-depth guide or review particularly of what the shuttle can do and all its parts. It's mostly just to show you what cool stuff you can get out of it. So I open up that side, get the model, open up this side, get to the component pieces. And let's get through all this cardboard to the bits that we want. So, in this expansion, you get plenty of new things to play with. So not only do you get the ship itself and all the bits and pieces you need to run it, like tokens and stuff like that, you also get the 4 ship cards you need. There's also 13 upgrade cards and 2 condition cards as well, which is a new feature in Wave 10. I'll explain that as we get to the ships. So, folding this out, it explains some of the rules. So for the new stuff, so it explains just bits about how the large ship works, but most importantly, how conditions and zero maneuvers and the new coordinate action, which isn't that new because it's in the Epic version, but if you don't play the Epic X-Wing, oh, pardon me, then yeah, that is new to you. And then on the back we have its maneuver dial. So as you can see, it's not too bad for a shuttle. It's an interesting dial, isn't it? So I'll put that down there for now though. So we're going to come to the model a little bit later on. Save that one. First of all, we'll have a look at all of these tokens, because what ship is not complete without piles and piles of tokens? As is always the way with all FFG ships. Okay, so you get your ship token there. We've got half of the maneuver dial as well, and then as you see, the other ship token and the other half of the maneuver dial. And then underneath we have the 2 condition markers. Intriguing, General Hux and Kylo Ren. We have the new target lock, which is MM now. So many, so many. And then the shields and focus token you'll need for the ship itself. Speaking of, let's take a look at these cards. So we've got this pile of upgrade cards, but we'll come to those after we've had a look through the ships themselves. So, starting with the big man himself, Kylo Ren. He is pilot skill 6, 4 attack, 1 evade, 6 hull and 6 shields. So not very manoeuvrable, which you'd expect for a shuttle, but quite tanky. That's 12 hit points it's got, and especially for Imperials, 6 hull's very useful. Clocking in at 34 points, it has the focus, target lock and coordinate action. So coordinate means whenever, oh no, I've half forgotten. It's whenever it, sorry, that was it. Oh, I did know. Sorry, I wanted to double check and be like, haha, but when you perform a coordinate action, pick another friendly ship at range 1 to 2, it can also perform a action of its choice, which is, you know, incredibly useful, and it really does mean this shuttle fills a support role, which I feel the first shuttle, the Lambda class, should have been much more of a support role than what it was. That upgrade bar down there is huge. Look at all those upgrades you can have on there. So many. Look, double crew and double tech as well. Just amazing. But anyway, sorry, enough gushing. Kylo Ren's ability. The first time you're hit by an attack each round, assign the I'll show you the dark side condition card to the attacker. So, this is where we now quickly switch over to these. So, we need this one, I'll show you the dark side. So this is a new condition cards, and you'll assign this card to someone the first time you hit them each round. So when this card is assigned, if it's not already in play, the player who assigned it searches the damage deck for 1 damage card with the pilot trait and may place it face up on this card. then shuffle the damage deck. When you suffer critical damage during an attack, you are instead dealt the chosen face-up damage card. When there is no damage card on this card, remove it. So it guarantees what type of critical you're getting so long as it has the pilot trait. How cool is that? So yeah, so that is Kylo Ren's ability. We now have Major Strident. So same stats apart from pilot skill 4. Upgrade bar is almost exactly the same, just loses the elite pilot talent. Same action bar, now 32 points though, so 2 points less. And his ability is, for the purpose of your actions and upgrade cards, you may treat friendly ships at range 2 to 3 as being at range 1, and you can automatically tell with coordinate alone how useful that sort of thing is going to be, just being able to mitigate all those ranges, so very, very useful. Lieutenant Dormitz. Pilot skill 3, same stats, same upgrade, same action bar, 31 points now, so 1 point less than the Major. And during setup, friendly ships may be placed anywhere in the play area at range 1 to 2 of you. There's a useful little diagram on the website, just in case you're not sure, where that actually allows you. You effectively just measure from the base, so you'll end up with sort of like a that goes like that. Like that. Around the ship where you can deploy outside of your normal deployment zone. So yeah, it's like a forward advance. It's really cool. I tell you, the ship is amazing. And then we have the Starkiller base pilot. So this is your generic pilot. Pilot skill 2, same upgrade, same action bar as before. It's just Kylo who has the elite pilot talent, and 30 points. I think this is probably the most disappointing one, because for the amount of points it costs, there are some good upgrades that go on it, but really you want to spend those extra couple of points and get these abilities. Speaking of the upgrade cuts, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to quickly flick Kylo and Hux up front here. So we've already seen what Kylo does. So this is the crew version of Kylo. It does the same thing. So it's almost the same thing. So it's 3 points, so quite expensive for a crew. And its action, assign the I'll show you the dark side condition card to an enemy ship at range 1 to 3. So rather than being a triggered condition, this time you actually perform it as an action. General Hux, so he's Imperial only, of course, 5 point crew member. And his action is to choose up to 3 friendly ships at range 1 to 2. Assign a focus token to each of those ships and assign the Fanatical Devotion condition card to one of them, and then you receive a stress token. So there's a little bit of a downside to this. So, Fanatical Devotion. When defending, you cannot spend focus tokens, but when attacking, if you spend a focus token to change all focus results to hits, set aside the first focus result that you change. The set-aside damage result cannot be cancelled by defensive dice, but the defender may cancel crit results before it. And then during the end phase, remove this card. So effectively, it allows you to sort of bypass a lot of your opponent's defense and guarantee at least 1 damage going through, which is why he's 5 points. I feel it's a little... it's possibly not quite strong enough for the 5 points, because only one of your ships gets Fanatical Devotion, but then they 3 of them get the focus token, so you're still getting, even if you don't get to utilize this, you're still giving out the free focus tokens. So here we have Snapshot. This is 2 points. This was, I can't remember what this is printed in now. Here is the Resistance box set. So it's a 2 point elite pilot talent upgrade, and we have 2 of those in there. I need those more than one. Operations Specialist. So this is limited. It's 3 points. It's a crew member, and after a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack that does not hit, you may assign 1 focus token to a friendly ship at range 1 to 3 of the attacker. Now, if this wasn't limited, you could just spam this everywhere. But unfortunately, it is. But yeah, I think you can already, just from reading it, just see what how useful that is. So I quite like Operations Specialist. You get 2 of those. Hyperwave Comm Scanner. So this is a 1 point tech upgrade, and at the start of the Place Forces step, you may choose to treat your pilot skill value as 0, 6, or 12 until the end step. During setup, after another friendly ship is placed at range 1 to 2, you may assign one focus or evade token to it. And you can see where some of these combinations are starting to come in and how cool of a support vessel this thing is. So 2 points there. Targeting Synchronizer. So it's a 3-point tech upgrade. And when a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 is attacking a ship you have locked, the friendly ship treats the attack target lock header as attack. And if a game effect instructs that ship to spend a target lock, it may spend your target lock instead. So basically what that does is it says, you don't need a target lock, I got one, here you go buddy, here's where he is, shoot him down. Ion Projector, we saw this in Houndstooth, so this is a reprint. And then finally we have Kylo Ren Shuttle, the infamous title. Shame they didn't give it an actual name. So it's 2 points. Funnily enough, Upsilon-class Shuttle only, and it's a title. And at the end of the combat phase, choose an unstressed enemy ship at ranges 1 to 2. Its owner must assign a stress token to it, or assign a stress token to another ship at range 1 to 2 of you that player controls. So yeah, it's sort of like becoming a stress bot, isn't it? For 2 points, making your opponent stressed is very good. I don't know if it's 2 points, maybe 1, but I suppose that's just my personal preference on stress and things like that. So, yeah. So there we go. That is all the ship cards and the upgrade cards you get in here. There's loads of upgrades. They're quite heavily steeped on the Upsilon-class Shuttle itself. So there is that sort of, if you will, downside to it. Because they are so focused on that ship, you're not really going to get a lot out of the upgrade cards using them elsewhere. But, they're so cool. Speaking of cool, let's get this out of the box. So I'm going to be careful here and try and lift it up that way. No, does it want to tilt it out? I want to be really careful here because I'm really worried. Ooh. I'm really worried that these wings being a bit flimsy. And the whole thing just sort of popping out. So yeah, do I have to do that maybe? Hey, watch a grown man struggle to get a toy ship out of plastic. There we go. Under much stressing and groaning, mostly from me, not the plastic, we have the shuttle. Here you go. So, this thing is so cool. Oh, I can feel that going already. So, here we go. So obviously, as you can see, here it is with the wings up, with all bat-esque, and here it is with the wings deployed. This is so cool. I mean, have a look at it. The detailing on it, good as always. Lots of panels, lots of extra bits on there. It's very clean, the paint job on it, that is. And I don't mean as in they've painted inside the lines, as in there's not purposely painted scuffs or marks or anything, which makes sense. It's, you know, it's effectively a brand new shuttle. A lot of the stuff we see in Star Wars is old, you know, they're old ships. They've been in service a long time. The Imperium will maintain ships more because, you know, of what they are, but yeah, that is one clean looking ship. Because it is pure black, I think they've done a nice job of sort of painting greys and stuff like that and getting different tones on it, just so it doesn't look too dull and boring. But yeah, I really like that. I can imagine this is actually going to be a nightmare on the table because those wings are just completely in the way. I imagine you'll end up playing deployed like that most of the time, which is a huge shame. I did hear a report about, got told about someone playing with one of these, and they went to roll their dice and accidentally sent this flying as it caught the edge of their jumper. So yeah, I can imagine many stories of these crashing to stony floors, unfortunately. But let's take a look at it compared to its predecessor. Or I suppose predecessor in the game, its ancestor in this, it's still its predecessor, isn't it? What am I saying? Of course it's its predecessor. So yeah, See, the Lambda's quite blocky and bulky in design compared to, which you're already aware of, and again, ditching that third middle foil to make it all nice and smooth. And obviously if you deploy the wings on this, they come down nice and neatly. Deploy the wings on this, they don't. But yeah, in terms of the actual body of the ship itself, sorry, let's get more on camera. You can see the Lambda is a little bit bigger. I'll fold the wings up again one sec, and then if you compare them like that, you can see the actual length of it's not too much longer than the Upsilon, and it is much taller. Much taller. So that's them lined up, and look at that. Look how big it is compared to it. So yeah, so this is going to be, I dare to say it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to keep stored somewhere nice and safe. But yeah, there we go. That is the two shuttles for the Imperial compared. So yeah, so I personally am a huge fan of this ship. I absolutely love it. I think it's really cool. It really is a support vessel, more so than its predecessor was over there. I think this really is going to change the game for a lot of Imperial players, because it's just so cool. There's so many fun things it looks like you can do with it. It'll be different once I actually get it out onto a table and give it a try, but from what I can see and the general sense I'm getting from it, it looks very fun to play. And I like that it's got these cards like the Hyperwave and Dormits. The fact that you're starting to get these rules that interact with the setup step. It's a dangerous route, because if they push it too hard, FFG could break the game with messing with the core of it too much. But I like that they are pushing boundaries and trying stuff out like this, because it makes the game that much more interesting as the rules interact with more niche parts of the game. But apart from me rabbiting on down that hole, I really like the ship. I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool new toy for the Imperium to play with. Very happy with it, and I think you will be too. So there we go. That's my glowing review of the Upsilon-class Shuttle. So, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Remember, all the individual components you've seen here today can be bought and sold as individual parts on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk, so go and check that out. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Have a look at my other Wave 10 videos, see what else came out new in X-Wing. And apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.